The second type of problem for section 7.6 deals with solving a formula for a specified variable. And I'll talk more about why we would have to do this when we're in class. But really what we're trying to do is we're trying to apply all of our properties, our rules of algebra, basically that we've learned up until this point from both the previous math class, elementary algebra or fundamentals of college math, and everything we've known up into this class. So when it says that I need to solve for C, that means that I want to get C on one side by itself, right? When we say solve for a variable, that means normally x equals, right? Here it tells us, we have nothing but variables, so it tells us solve for C. So that means our answer is in the form of C equals. Now, in order to do that, we need to get C isolated on one side of the equation all by itself. So our first step would be to get rid of this fraction, and in order to get rid of the fraction, I would go ahead and multiply by the denominator. That way, we're a step closer to being able to actually work with C. So I'm going to multiply both sides by n. On the right-hand side, our n cancels out. On the left-hand side, we're multiplying. So Pn equals R minus C. Now we want to go ahead and solve for C. We have a couple different ways to do this. I'm just going to keep C on the right-hand side. So that means I'm going to move my R to the other side by subtracting both sides by R. So we have Pn minus R equals negative C. And then the last thing is to get rid of that negative. And we can do that by either dividing both sides by -1 or multiplying both sides by -1. To me, multiplication is going to make more sense here. And the reason is because we'll be able to just distribute our -1 in. Whereas if it's divided by -1, that sort of looks a little messy. So here my negatives cancel out. On the right side, I'm going to distribute the -1 in. So we have negative Pn plus R equals C, or we can write it as C equals R minus Pn. And I would go with that. And that's it.